this all you got? Seems even less than last time.
What difference does it make? If you see something you like, buy it. If not, then keep walking.
They've been cracking down on us lately, so we don't have much on hand. If you see
I
something that catches your
don't
eye,
trust
then
these
now's your
people.
chance. There's no telling when we'll have more.
What does the academia think they're doing? Alright, I'll take these here.
Are
Let me
there
see
the
what else you
smugglers?
have. I don't see any real gems in this batch. It's all pretty ordinary stuff. Whatever, how much do I owe you?
150K. Show us the Mora, and you'll get the goods.
Put the more
That's so
down
fucking
in your
expensive,
hands,
bro.
It's CYNO! When's he ever gonna let up?
Hey, forget the goods! Let's split!
But don't forget the Mora!
Dun dun! Not so fast! You can't escape with Paimon on the case!
What is this? He's got backup now? Doesn't everyone say CYNO works alone? Ugh, I don't like the looks of this. Either way, it's gonna be a tough fight. Any ideas?
Either give up or you're gonna fight
It's
us,
not like we're making a
bitch.
big cut anyway. I'm not losing my life here.
Huh? Did they really just give up like that?
They did.
Just like the others I've cut. They're not deep in the circle, just dealers at the bottom of the chain. Alright, I have one question and one question only. Where did you get this canned knowledge?
The pickup location is different every time. The boss tells us where it's gonna be and that's it. We don't get a say in it. He sends someone every 5 days to bring us the goods.
And when is the next batch coming?
I don't know.
He's telling the truth. Honest. Normally, we should have received a shipment 3 days ago, but we didn't get anything. The stock we have right now is from 8 days ago, which is why there isn't much left.
CYNO wasn't kidding when he said Intel was hard to come by.
I know exactly why they didn't receive their last batch. 3 days ago is exactly when I started my investigation. I
What?
suspect who's ever running this whole thing knew that I was coming. So they cut all contact with these dealers. When you were trying to escape,
I see.
you said something about me working alone. Where did you hear that from?
Are you kidding? We've known your name since day one in this business. The boss warned us to watch out and even gave us info about you.
Who's this boss?
Here we are. I guess we never stood a chance.
Who's their boss? What the hell?
They already knew all about me and were trying to avoid being detected from the very beginning. These small fries are the only ones they leave out in the open. And no matter how many we catch, it won't further our investigation. If only we had another lead. Like a merchant who sells large amounts of canned knowledge.
I think we know who.
Oh, you mean someone like nothing?
Do you have a potential suspect?
Oh,
You'd better bring them to me for justice.
oh God, Paimon, shut up!
Oh, judgment?
That's right. I won't turn a blind eye on any dangerous suspect.
Oh, sounds like we shouldn't ever let CYNO meet Dory.
Actually, we were mistaken. Sorry. We don't know anyone. We don't know anyone who sells canned knowledge.
I see. Anyway, I'll think of a way to deal with these two and then continue gathering information. If you manage to learn anything, you can find me at Caravan Rebot. And as for you, I don't ever want to catch you buying canned knowledge again. If you possess any unused knowledge capsules, then you should submit them to the authorities immediately.
Okay, I got it. Just keep your nose out of my business.
Hey, what's with the attitude, mister?
What, you got a problem with that too? Listen, buying canned knowledge is a deal between two people. The buyer and the seller. We don't need people like you butting in on our business here. Think about it. If the academia is hoarding something as convenient and useful like canned knowledge, then they must have been planning only to use it for themselves. Am I right?
Yeah, they must have their own reasons though.
The academia has clearly published the potential dangers of canned knowledge. I don't like having to repeat things. And besides, I'm sure you wouldn't listen anyway. I just hope you understand that your actions are what fuels the smuggling of canned knowledge. If I ever catch you again, I will personally see to it that you are punished. All right, Traveler. I need to go now.
Ha! You think you can scare me?
Traveler, why don't we go talk to Dory? She's got loads of connections and might be able to tell us something about all this. If Paimon remembers correctly, she's usually at the Palace of Alcazar's array. Let's go!
You tell Dory about what happened with CYNO.
I see. So that's the latest scoop. Good thing you didn't rat me out. Otherwise, who knows where I'd have to be hiding to avoid attention.
Do you know who is smuggling the canned knowledge?
No idea. Sorry. I've already cashed out of the canned knowledge business.
What?
Huh? You mean you stopped selling it? That's right. With so much canned knowledge flooding the market, it was becoming impossible to fetch decent prices anymore. Besides, it seems that group of smugglers has practically taken over the market. It's a little rule of mine to never fight for a share of someone else's market. If I'm gonna make Mora, it's gonna be the lion's share.
So you're not the
Plus,
boss they're
with
talking about?
regulations getting as tight as they are now, I figured I might as well just hang it up. Sounds like we came all this way for nothing.
Indeed.
Well, not completely.
What?
Granted, I don't know who's behind all the smuggling activity, but since you didn't sell me out, I'll let you in on what I do know. After all, those smugglers have really crossed the line, butting their way into the market like that. I hope their luck runs out soon so that I can take over. I mean, so that the industry can become more fairly regulated. Hey! You just want to make more business for yourself.
Is selling canned knowledge really that, lucrative? What is lucrative? What the fuck is lucrative? Can someone please tell me? I don't know. I don't know English.
Think about it. You can gain all sorts of knowledge while bypassing the troublesome process of studying. Naturally, that makes it a product worth a high price. Of course, not everyone needs that kind of knowledge.
Oh my god. I am still sleepy.
There is plenty of demand. Plus, the cost of production is relatively low, so even if dealers have to cover transportation costs, there's still an enormous profit to be made. Then why does the academia prohibit selling canned knowledge? Being able to gain complex knowledge and become a scholar with the snap of your fingers does sound like a dream, doesn't it?
Yep.
But
Yeah.
everything in the world comes at a price, right?
Right.
Gaining knowledge is a complicated process. It requires learning, thinking, and practice. Even when it comes to my own business, I have to go through a lot of preparation before I put anything out for sale. But with canned knowledge, one may simply skip all the hassle and get whatever they need to know immediately. That inherently leads to at least two potential problems. First, you'll accept the knowledge as factual without a second thought, and you'll find it very hard to forget. This means that if the knowledge is flawed, then it'll be very difficult to correct. And second, excess use of knowledge capsules over an extended time diminishes your ability to think. You'll end up becoming like a library that can only store knowledge. Oh,
Wow.
that does sound pretty dangerous. Traveler,
Paimon and I said the same thing. Wow.
did you feel any negative effects?
Not in particular though.
course, using it sparingly is not an issue, which is exactly why I used to sell it. It's just like how medicine can be used to cure diseases, but can also do harm when overused. It all comes down to balancing the right amount.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, back to the point. There'll be consequences if the sale of canned knowledge by those smugglers is left unchecked. And what's worse, you're playing right into their hands by focusing. As far as I know,
what the heck?
their real purpose is to distribute
I skipped
information
it!
about the
Oh
Court
my
of
god, I'm
Desolation.
sorry.
That's where the real business opportunity is. The Court of Desolation?
My stupid fingers tap on the
Rumor has it that it's a
screen.
site of ruins from the age
I
of the
accidentally
Scarlet King.
tap on the screen
Said that
and
with the treasures inside, one
and
can see
skipped
beyond life
fucking
and
die.
death.
Look,
But
sorry.
any research of the ruins is strictly banned by the academia. Word on the street is that there'll be an auction taking place in the desert. They're auctioning rare canned knowledge, some of which is related to the Court of Desolation. Once I heard about the auction, I began to suspect that all the canned knowledge popping up on the market is just a diversion. I'd wager that their real target is the Court of Desolation.
What do we ask? What do we ask here? Why use canned knowledge to distribute information?
Because studying those ruins is not just a simple matter. It requires knowledge spanning several fields.
Oh,
So, if they're aiming to quickly assemble a research
oh my god.
team, canned knowledge would be the best solution. As for the auction, chances are they're trying to attract and scout out anyone with interest or expertise on the subject. On the other hand, no one can say for sure that they will ever succeed in finding the Court of Desolation. So, they might as well just make a fortune while they're at it by hyping up the related canned knowledge at the auction.
Sounds to Paimon like we better head to the desert and see the auction. Who knows, we might find some leads there.
Let's go.
That's right. And now that I've shared all that valuable info with you, it's time to introduce our limited edition desert travel kit. It comes complete with a map straight to the
You have a
auction
travel
location.
kit? So this coming.
As I said, I also have to make preparations before I sell things, right? Now, let me consider how much I should sell this for. I've got it! 500,000 mora per kit!
I don't have that kind of money.
We'll even offer a 50%
Wait,
discount
do I?
for Little Paimon's travel kit. Only 250,000 mora.
What? That's super expensive!
No need to worry, little one. CYNO's the one heading this investigation, isn't he? I'll be sure to bill all the expenses to him. All you'll need to do is tell him to go to the Merchants Guild and pay the bill once the mission is completed. Just, be sure to not send him directly here, though, okay? That would leave me completely in the open.
Yeah, you'll be
I'm
arrested.
sure the former General Mahamatra of the Academia would never leave any debt unpaid. Oh, the Mora. I can see it already. Loads of shiny Mora coming Dory's way.
We better get going. If Dory keeps at it, we'll be out of Mora.
Hold it right there. Heading to the desert, are we? I would think twice if I were you.
Are we gonna have to fight him?
Huh? Who are you?
That doesn't matter. All you need to know is that someone wishes to inform you that it's not too late to turn back. You must be CYNO. I've heard a lot about you. You've got quite a reputation. But this time you're in over your head. Unless you turn around right now, I'm afraid that even you won't return unscathed. And as for you two, why bother sticking your noses in trouble that doesn't even concern you?
We're here to help CYNO, bitch. None of your business, bitch.
That's right. We won't just sit back and do nothing.
Ha! Have you really thought it through? You're not just doing this for recognition, are you, CYNO? My employer said that he's willing to compromise as long as you just walk away. He could, for example, reduce the amount of canned knowledge on the market. I'm sure that would help your investigation appear to be successful enough. On top of that, he's willing to give you a cut of the profit. So you see, you get both Mora and a boost to your reputation. I can't think of a reason why you would pass that up.
Is that so? Well, I can't think of a reason why I'd accept. I've heard enough. Get out of my way.
Don't make
Sorry,
CYNO mad.
No can do. We're getting paid to ensure you disappear.
I would get out of the way if I were you.
Willingly, then we're gonna have to make you go back. Ugh, this doesn't change anything. You're in over your head, CYNO. There will be others coming for you. You'll regret it.
No, you. No, you'll regret it, bitch.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, run. Run all you want. Run all you can, bitch. Shouldn't we follow them?
No need. Even if we apprehend them, there'll be little information to gain. Besides, it might also be a trap.
I see.
I apologize for bringing you into this dangerous mess. Just
No,
being
we're
associated with me
we're
will
fine.
inevitably cause you to become
We've
targets
delved
as well.
into some more dangerous
You
situations.
should be careful from now on. Sleep with one eye open.
Wait, hold on. There's no way anyone could sleep without closing their eyes. Right?
Not literally,
You'd be
Paimon.
surprised. Anyway, just be careful. Mercenaries are never quick to forget. In their line of work, even a single failure is bad for reputation. They may even stay hidden in some dark corner for a very long time, waiting for the right moment to ambush you. They'll do anything to keep their prestige intact.
Okay. Have you encountered that kind of situation before?
Yes. I
What?
remember it like it was yesterday. I was carrying out a mission with one of my superiors. I didn't have much experience at the time, and I let my guard down after we had closed the case. We ended up being attacked by the remainder of the mercenaries. My superior was injured while protecting me, and we struggled to gain control of the situation. I've become more vigilant ever since, staying alert even while I sleep.
Ooh, who could have seen that coming? Was he okay?
I hope he's
He
okay.
survived with a fractured wrist. It took 2 months for him to recover. But luckily, there weren't any further complications. Last year, he transferred to an administrative role for personal reasons, and no longer participates in live missions. His name is Taj Radkani, a very well-respected Matra. You'll have the chance to meet him someday. Anyway, our mission will be dangerous. I'm already used to such grueling conditions, but I don't want to see you two get hurt.
Aw, that's so sweet. Sorry.
Stay alert. We'll see danger coming a mile away.
We've also experienced a lot of sticky situations.
Good. Don't worry. It won't be long till we're at the bottom of this.
Alright.
And once this is all over, I'll sweep away any other hidden dangers.
Well, Paimon really didn't expect to see those here.
Yeah, they're pretty
Those weren't
weak.
just normal scorpions. See? There are marked numbers on their pincers.
I didn't even notice
They were
that.
raised by someone.
So you mean...
Someone doesn't want us to show up at the auction. These scorpions were sent to keep us away. We are surrounded by desert as far as the eye can see. If we were killed out here, nobody would ever know.
This place is super dangerous. Good thing we didn't let our guard down.
Something's not right. There are no roads in the desert, so how could they know where we are? Stay still.
What? What is that?
Here's the answer. They must have planted this on you.
Huh? What is it?
A miniature tracking device made by the Ksharwar. They can use this to discern your approximate location. But this device wasn't licensed for mass production. Where did they get it? Could someone from the Kshar War also be involved? But that doesn't seem right.
Whoa! Paimon never knew that kind of thing even existed! Why would it be on her?
They probably planted it on the Traveler during our fight with the mercenaries earlier.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
It was a frantic fight. It's only natural you didn't notice the device.
I'm so glad you're not mad.
CYNO. Now let's get rid of it.
Let's destroy it.
No. Hold on to it for now. It might still be useful for us.
What?
Let's keep heading to the auction. It would be dangerous to linger here any longer.
Oh, looks like CYNO caught someone. So you're the bad guy behind all this, aren't ya? All right, tell Paimon everything you know.
Calm down. Anyways, does he know anything about the
I didn't act
smuggling?
immediately when he showed up. Rather, I lay low and observed for a while instead. He's not the primary instigator, but he is most likely one of the more important dealers here. Am I right?
Yes, impressive. You certainly live up to your reputation, CYNO. If I had any idea you were still around, I wouldn't have gone so greedy.
Huh? Greedy? What do you mean by that?
Once everyone knew you were coming, all the canned knowledge dealers abandoned their goods and fled at once. Obviously, there wasn't time to pack up everything. Since all the goods were just left here unsupervised, I thought I'd use the opportunity to come back and take what I could. You know, free merchandise is good business, but I suppose there's no use explaining it now.
You must know who's manufacturing and selling the canned knowledge, correct?
Yes, please tell us everything.
Would you tell us willingly? Or do I need to make you talk?
Holy shit!
No, I'll talk. But before that, perhaps we can take the conversation elsewhere? If we stay here, chances are that someone will see me with you. That would put both me and my family in danger.
All right. Where do you suggest we go?
How about my home in Aru Village? It should be safe there.
Fine. Let's head out. You can throw away the tracker now, Traveler.
Finally. There's a kid.
Dad, you're back.
Aw.
Oh, we have guests? Hi there.
This is my daughter, Simi. She can be a little shy of strangers. Why don't you run along now, dear? Dad needs to talk with our guests.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows CYNO in our business, but let me ask, who are you two?
Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
To be honest, I really didn't
I'm
expect
an
to see
outlander.
CYNO, the lone operator, working with any partners. When I saw the tracker start moving away, I assumed you had decided to just go back empty-handed. But even though you caught me, I'd still urge you to stop while you still can. You should abandon this investigation.
Why is that?
Everything from the manufacturing of canned knowledge to the sales and even splitting the profits. Every step of the process involves dozens, if not hundreds of people. Massive profits have brought everyone together in this business. Everyone will try their best to defend this industry that we've worked to build. It will be a long and difficult fight, even for you, CYNO. And even if you manage to win in the end, no one will thank you. If anything, you yourself might even feel remorse. Why are you so bent on putting us out of business?
Oh
Everyone
god.
has their own reasons for what they do. I don't have to explain mine.
Here's some tea, Dad. And for the guests, too.
Right. I forgot to offer tea to our guests. Thank you.
Don't mention it. And, I should tell you that our tea tastes kind of bitter, but I put some sugar in to make it a little tastier.
That's my girl. Do we still have any sugar left? If not, I'll buy some more next time.
Yes, we do. Okay. I'm gonna go have a rest now.
Didn't you say that everyone's in it for the massive profits? That sure doesn't seem to be the case for you.
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I was hoping to ask you for a favor. My daughter was born with a chronic disease, so she has a relatively weak heart and lungs.
Elazar?
When slightly
Is it
strenuous
Elazar?
exercise can cause her to faint. And
I swear to God if it's
be a
Elazar,
life-threatening
again.
Risk. That's why she never really had any friends to play with, and why she locks herself up in her room most of the time. She has to take lots of medicine, and it doesn't come
That's so
cheap.
sad.
As for me, I was just an average merchant. I would wake up early and
That
travel all around to make a profit.
poor little girl.
Mora was still nowhere near enough. I could only watch my daughter's health deteriorate day by day. Until one day, someone reached out and showed me a way to really make a profit.
Selling canned knowledge.
That's right. With all the Mora I made, I could finally afford medical treatment for my daughter. Nothing made me happier than seeing her get better. There are many others like me. Smuggling canned knowledge might seem like an unforgivable crime to you, but to us, it's a means of survival. I wanted to tell you all this so that maybe you could understand and change your mind. Please, stay out of this, CYNO. Give us a way to survive.
Oh no. That means that if we prevent the sale of canned knowledge, his daughter will...
I must get to the truth. I can find someone to help treat your child, but I cannot turn a blind eye to the smuggling. These are two completely
No
different
way.
issues.
The smuggling is
I somehow knew you would
the
say
smuggling
that.
of canned knowledge is
Having your word
just
to help my daughter
bad.
is enough for me. Since you insist on continuing the investigation, you should have a look around the back of my home. You'll find some goods I received just recently. I think everything will become clear to you once you see them.
Whoa. Look at all of this.
It's so many. What the heck?
Yes, all neatly packed away and organized in boxes. To think that this is only one dealer's worth. Small producers couldn't possibly support such a large quantity of goods. Could the academia have a hand in this? But such a volume of goods wouldn't be able to slip through inspection.
Huh? Look. These seem different from the other knowledge capsules we've seen.
I've been noticing that
Knowledge
ever
about
since
the Court of Desolation.
ever
Yes,
since
that
we
would
got
make
here.
sense. Wait, what's this?
Some sort of marking we've never seen before. Is that the marking that we've seen in the Scorpio? On the Scorpio? Maybe not.
Yes, it's a Matra seal,
Oh.
indicating that the goods have passed Matra inspection. I started to suspect that someone in the academia might be involved when I found the tracker earlier. But how they could ship so much canned knowledge out of the academia was still a mystery. The pieces have now all fallen into place. With this Matra seal, goods can leave the academia without undergoing a second inspection. No wonder they don't want me to investigate. It turns out that a Matra is behind this. Even I find it hard to believe.
Oh my god. It could be a misunderstanding though.
Could I ask you for a favor, Traveler?
Sure.
Since all this canned knowledge came from the academia, then it's highly likely that the knowledge regarding the Court of Desolation originated from research files stored within the academia. If we can enter the repository, we can find out who accessed these files. But, considering my current status, if I suddenly show up at the academia now, it will only draw unnecessary attention. You'll need to be the one who checks the records. I'll write a letter to Nabil, and he'll take you there.
Sure thing. Leave it to us.
No problem.
I'll also keep working here in the meantime. Although our leads are all currently pointing to someone within the academia, it's obvious that they also have power outside of it. We can get more information on other dealers from Bahari. I'll stay here and make some preparations. You can come find me anytime if you uncover more info.
We're back again.
Hello, we meet again.
Yes. Hi.
How's the investigation going? Oh, so you were able to find CYNO after all. I hope he's doing all right.
He's the same as always. We've just met him. As always? What do you mean? We just met him. Anyways, he seemed pretty okay.
I read the letter and must admit that I hadn't expected things to be so serious. Sorry. Had I known it would be so dangerous, I never would have gotten you two involved.
Nah, that's fine.
I can tell that he really trusts you. The research files stored away in the restricted repository are far from ordinary. Everything there is essentially about dangerous research that's forbidden by the academia. Even I don't usually have authorization to enter.
What?
But with this letter from CYNO, it shouldn't be a problem.
What? Forbidden research?
That's right. Granted, the academia is very supportive when it comes to research. They encourage scholars to conduct all kinds of studies. However, some forms of research have proven to be so dangerous that the Matra have to step in and put a stop to them. Normally, after some particular research becomes prohibited, majority of the related files will be destroyed. But some information may be retained as a record to warn later researchers. Such information is kept in the restricted repository, which is heavily guarded.
I see.
Follow me. I'll show you. Hopefully, we'll find the answers that CYNO is looking for.
The restricted repository. Sounds kinda dangerous. We'd better keep an eye out.
Okay, I understand. Since CYNO is vouching for you, I suppose we can trust you. You may browse the information regarding the Court of Desolation. Ask me if you have any questions. But I'd suggest avoiding any other research files. Sometimes the less you know, the better.
Activates the device and open a door. Opens a door in the wall.
So
Whoa.
this is the restricted repository. I never thought I'd see the inside of it. This is a first for both you and me.
This is the first time that I've seen it. All thanks to CYNO.
There are many who do not openly converse with others within the academia. But even so, there are very few who I feel could be trusted with a real secret. CYNO happens to be one of them. Even though he's no longer in the academia, I still trust him. And that goes for anyone he trusts as well. The files are over there. Just make it quick.
Sure thing. Oh my god, what the hell? Do I really have to read this all? Despite repeated prohibitions, okay, research on the court of this. Okay, I'm not gonna read that.
Whoa, there's a lot to read here. Have you found anything yet?
This researcher's name sounds familiar.
Huh.
Oh, I
CYNO's former partner.
I misclicked.
His former partner. That would be Taj Radkani. But you're not far off. Mortada Radkani was Taj's only son.
What? Taj's son went to prison for researching the Court of Desolation?
Why do you sound so surprised? You're a Matra, aren't you?
It's just that they arrested him in secret, so it was never publicly known. All I knew was that Taj's son was taken to prison. It's not just me. I bet even CYNO didn't know about it.
Is there any way we could meet Mortada?
No. Unfortunately, there isn't. He took his own life not long after he went to prison. You've heard about Taj, right? I know Nabil has. Every Matra knows him. I would say he's probably pushing 50 this year, which makes him one of the most experienced Matra. He is a man of integrity and honesty, and has made countless achievements. His reputation goes back a long way now. He used to be CYNO's only partner. Taj is also skilled with the polearm, so the two of them used to practice together when they weren't out on a mission.
Ah, right. I heard CYNO mention that before. But one day, Taj suddenly decided to retire from active duty and transfer to an administrative position. I wonder if it had anything to do with the Mortada incident.
Taj was already very well known by the time Mortada was born. So when Mortada came to study at the Academia, everyone had high expectations of him. He had to face a lot of pressure. Then he had an unpleasant dispute with his father, but they were eventually able to work things out. Not long after they had reconciled, Mortada was caught studying the Court of Desolation, which is in violation of Academia rules.
Oh my god.
Taj arrested his son and put him behind bars.
Oh my god.
He begged for leniency, but Taj wouldn't agree. Shortly after, Mortada slit his own throat with the pieces of a broken bowl.
What?
By the time Taj arrived at the scene, it was already too late.
Oh my god, this is so sad.
Since then, Taj has been periodically coming to the repository. He'll hold the files from his son's research with a remorseful look on his face. I guess that's why he chose to move to administrative work.
I had no idea that happened. That must be really hard for Taj. I've never heard him mention that to anyone.
That's awful. Paimon feels terrible now. Are you okay, Traveler?
You said Taj comes to the respiratory? Repository?
Taj would never
What?
do that. I mean,
No.
yes, he does have
I'm not gonna pronounce that.
But this is Taj we're talking about. He would never do anything against regulations. Never.
But if you claim that the canned knowledge was originating from the Academia, then Taj is indeed a suspect. Because he was the only one who could have recently gone through research files about the Court of Desolation. There are so many files about those ruins that it would be difficult to restart any research, since the 7 original researchers were put behind bars. It's hard enough just trying to make sense of these files. However, if the files were made into canned knowledge, they could be understood immediately. By doing so, one could restart the research outside the Academia without anyone ever noticing.
But even so...
According to the legends, the treasures inside the Court of Desolation could allow someone to see beyond life and death. Or even bring the dead back to life, right?
Oh.
So maybe Taj is trying to bring Mortada back.
Oh.
Though I don't really believe Taj would ever try to do something like that. I'm just telling you what I know. It's the job of the Matra to find the truth and track down criminals. Do you have any questions? If not, it'd be best if you would leave now.
Paimon's kinda confused. What should we do from here?
Let's go ask around somewhere else.
Oh, now that I think about it, CYNO suspected that the canned knowledge was coming from within the Academia, right?
Yes.
There's no way so many boxes could ever get through without drawing any attention. Maybe we could try asking people around the gate of the Academia and see what we can find. Don't worry, Tosh. I won't let your reputation be tarnished.
Alrighty then. Let's go ask ask around.
You tell CYNO everything that's happened.
Well,
Hey, we're back, CYNO.
what do you make of it?
Taj. It's been a while since I last saw him. From what I remember,
Oh, so he does know
he
him.
was a straight-laced man. Although he would resort to extreme measures from time to time. He would never do anything against his beliefs.
So do you think he's the one behind all this?
I'm still not sure.
There's a
I
possibility.
cannot imagine how devastating the incident with Mortada was for him. Nor can I deny the possibility that people can change.
I mean,
Whether
you're
it's out
right,
of
though.
love for
You're
his
right.
son or for other reasons. We have to see for ourselves to judge him. Or rather, the person he's become.
Yep. The evidence is stacked against him now.
That's right. It's clear that he had a hand in this case, yet he made no report of it. There's no doubting that. That's also why I need to see him. I must ask his reasoning and judge him myself. Time is ticking. Let's go.
Huh? The Court of Desolation has...
Yeah, just disappeared.
Just as Taj said, that place had caused too many disasters and tragedies. Being buried in quicksand is its rightful end.
What about the organization?
To them, as long as there's Mora to be made, they will disregard the Academia's rules. Whether it's the Court of Desolation or anything else. Their only goal is to make massive profits off of dangerous research. Taj may have set them back with the Court of Desolation. But it won't be long before they continue searching for another target. That's an opportunity that I will not let them have.
We'll help too.
Thank you, but you've already done enough. Just leave the rest to me. I will bring them to justice myself.
Well, okay.
Besides,
If you say so.
I promised you that I would sweep away any potential danger. So, that's what I'm going to do. Wait for me at Caravan Rebob 4 days from now.
We meet again. Thank you so much for all your help.
Nah, no
Ew,
problem.
What are you doing here?
Convicts
It
from the
was
desert are being
nothing.
escorted through Caravan Rebob, so I'm here to keep an eye on things.
What's
Should
the
be last group
situation?
of them, so I'll be heading back to the Academia once they're cleared.
What's the situation?
The last few days have been quite the ride, but fortunately, I can say with confidence that this case is finally coming to an end.
Yay!
The mercenary groups on the list were putting up quite a fight. They made several desperate attempts to cover up the truth. However, word is that someone crossed the desert, took out their main camp overnight. After that, people on the list started to put pressure on the higher-ups within the Academia. Everyone was on edge, and the case came to a standstill.
And? Then what happened?
Well, then we received word that Taj Rudkani had sacrificed himself on the case. The news really stirred up the members of our ranks. The Matra then moved together against the enemy. We cleared out the traitors from within the Academia and arrested all the researchers on the list. Some of them managed to get out of the Academia, but still failed to escape. The scattered criminals were captured all across Sumeru by the mysterious person who had defeated the mercenary groups. I even heard that someone was about to escape to Fontaine, but was still apprehended just at the border. Having more than 300 prisoners apprehended for interrogation has definitely shaken things up recently.
So that's the end of it. Catching everyone on the list means no more smuggling canned knowledge and no more victims.
Yay, we did it!
It was a lot of work, but Paimon thinks we accomplished something big.
That's right. Thanks again for your assistance. As
You're
the
welcome.
mysterious person who hit the mercenary camp, that must be CYNO, right? He's the only one I could think of who could accomplish such a feat. Speaking of which, have you been in touch with CYNO these days? I think I just saw him when I was on watch nearby.
What?
He was walking with someone I didn't recognize, and then before I knew it, they were nowhere to be seen. If you happen to see him, please send my regards.
Sure thing, Nabil. You be careful too. Don't let any of those bad guys escape.
Don't worry about me. If anything happens, you can find me at the Academia anytime. Farewell then.
Trying to single-handedly bring 300
Ooh,
people to
Tainari.
justice must feel pretty exhilarating.
What is he doing here?
But I can assure you, this is certainly not the best solution.
I'm aware. However, I learned something unexpected during interrogation. Apparently, someone had enticed Mortada Radkani into becoming interested in researching the Court of Desolation. Mortada had lived in his father's shadow all his life. Naturally, he wanted to conduct research that would seem groundbreaking and significant. After Mortada died, the organization tried to use Taj's shame regarding his son to add him to their ranks, toying with others' minds, treating lives like dirt, and doing anything for their own interests. This makes me angry.
Fine, I understand. This is a type of trap I've been working on with
CYNO is
Mrs. Plants.
very scary when he's
Take
angry.
some just in case you need them next time. If thrown into the mud, the trap will grow rapidly and disperse a pollen that has a paralyzing effect. I don't have much use for the traps these days, but maybe you will and can help me collect more testing data.
CYNO! Tainari!
Hi.
Oh, so Tainari must be who Nabil saw earlier. Are you also here to see CYNO?
How is Kale these days?
She's grown a bit taller, but her grades could use some improvement. She still made many mistakes on her last test, even after I had marked all the important content in the book for her. Her condition seems to be improving lately, so I plan on having her go outside more.
Well, that's good
It
news.
just so happens that I have something she can help me with.
Huh? You mean Kale is leaving a video forest? What happened?
I've asked her to host some ad hoc lectures to teach the dangers of canned knowledge, as well as how to use it safely. Although we've apprehended all the criminals behind the recent smuggling case, there are many people who are still curious and seek after canned knowledge. So I decided to ask her to work on increasing knowledge and awareness on the topic. Please be sure to keep an eye on her.
I will.
If anything else happens, the three of you can find me in the Avidia Forest. Take care.
I've already caught those who were preparing to attack you in secret. Even if some criminals did slip through our fingers, they wouldn't know that you were involved in the case. So you can relax.
But what about you, CYNO?
Yeah, what about you?
It's
Can't
still
you
not time
relax?
for me to rest yet. Those who died have fulfilled their wishes. But those who are alive must continue pressing forward.
You're so hardworking, you
I've
know
been
that.
thinking about what Taj said in the Court of
Oh
Desolation
my
these
God.
last few days. His words were not empty. People do change. And no belief can completely resist the erosion of time. I just hope my own change will come slowly, so that I can press on a little further. That way, those who see me as their superior, and those who are following in my footsteps, will learn courage from my example, just as I gained courage from my own superiors, and my partner.
Sounds like a lot of work.
I'll be fine. I'm also enjoying my chat with you right now, you know. There are
Aww.
many things I feel better about once I start to talk about them. Many people want to go to the desert to offer condolences for Taj. But I didn't share details with anyone. I'd prefer to avoid revealing the location of the Court of Desolation. One day, I'll gather some flowers that grow in arid desert conditions. And then, I was hoping you'd join me in planting them on the remains of the Court
Oh yeah,
of
we will
Desolation.
join you.